Hey guys, welcome out to the range. Today I wanted to show you guys some targets that I received from challenge targets that are really capturing my attention. I've been working with these now for a couple of weeks, and the more time I spend working with them, the more they really put a smile on my face, and here's why. These particular targets, they come in a pack of 25. You can buy them in individuals, or you can buy them in the pack of 25, which really is the better value. And each set of 25 comes with 5 targets, 5 of each. So you have multiples to work with. You've got a hostage taker scenario on your hands. And this guy's approaching you. You don't really know why. You just know that he's coming up on you. And as you look more closely, you realize there's actually somebody directly behind him mirroring his motion. Now, obviously, this type of thing you'd want to do from a much greater distance with a shoulder-fired weapon for accuracy. But for the sake of this camera, we're going to keep this up close. So basically, this guy's approaching. You're at the low ready. Stop approaching me! Stop approaching me! And as you start moving around this guy, you realize there's actually somebody right behind him who is now pointing a revolver in your direction. At this point, you're committed to the shot. You drop her with one shot, well placed, right here, and she goes down. All right, so let's take a look. On this side of the target, clearly, I've got clean-cut white female with a very relaxed look on her face, but she is pointing a weapon in my direction with her finger on the trigger. I had no choice but to shoot her. This type of target presents an issue because it goes against our psyche, most especially as men, to shoot a woman. And if we look closely at this target, the detail is really very good. What Challenge Targets has given you as an instructor is they've given you grading points. This area right here, we know, as those of us that are cops know, this area as the Coke bottle. These are hits. These are the only hits that count inside of this area. Hits out here don't matter. They don't really do much to stop an individual. Only hits inside of this area count. Hits inside of this area are very, very valuable for stopping a human being, because this is where the heart, roughly this is where the heart is. This inverted triangle right here is actually where you switch a person off, because it's pretty much a straight shot back to the brainstem. This tells me that Challenge Targets has done their homework, and they've given me the tools that I need for training purposes. They've basically said, we're going to give instructors photographic, realistic photo targets that fill the need for detailed training, but we're also going to give them the gradability of the target. So really, if you're law enforcement, consider transitioning your agency over to something like this, because not only does this meet the need for shoot, no shoot, this also gives you gradability, okay? And it also gives you anatomical areas to teach your people. And it is important that the human mind understand what it is to point a weapon at a human being. Okay, this goes against our psyche. I mean, it's a lot easier to point a weapon at this guy, isn't it? Because he looks kind of threatening, right? You know, rough-looking dude with a Glock in his hand. Oh, he's going down. Clean-cut white female. You better understand, this is also a problem too. I know that some of you are going to have questions about these dots on the target. This is how these work. These are brilliant, by the way. These tell me that Challenge Targets really did their homework. These 4 dots on the target are designed to test the student's ability to pay attention to details and to put their shots exactly where they need to go. As an instructor, you say to your students, you say, we're going to do very simple mathematical equations to start off with, because with only 4 dots, you can actually get complex. I'm going to give you a mathematical equation, and once you get the sum of that equation, you then have to count off the dots to that sum, and then you have to hit the dot, the sum of the equation. For example, you say 2 plus 1, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. The complexity, you'll notice what I didn't do was 1, 2, 3. The complexity to this is you tell the student it's always left to right. So it's 1, 2, 3. And then they have to hit the target how many times? 3 times. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now, that's simple stuff, and that sounds very prosaic today. In the daylight, everything's really cool, right? Well, imagine that it's 9 p.m. because you're doing a night class, and you've actually been on the range since 9 a.m. You're tired, okay? 1, 2, 3 gets very complicated. But if he's dealing with people who know what they're doing, now it becomes 4 plus 3, which is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you have to hit the 7 times. These 4 dots are such a great training tool that this tells me that Challenge Targets did their job. The variations you can do with just 5 targets are really quite good, and the more time I've spent with these targets, the more I've really come to enjoy them and appreciate them. All the information you guys need to know on these targets is going to be in the description section. If you guys want to check them out, they're at challengetargets.com. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out of practice. Have a good one.